In the far reaches of the galaxy, beyond the civilized sectors where interstellar peacekeepers monitored the balance of power, there was a planet known as Krillath. This world, bathed in blood-red skies and surrounded by asteroid belts, was home to the Zorkan, a race of highly intelligent yet ruthless and war-hardened aliens. Their vast technological empire spanned across star systems, and their reputation for cruelty was unmatched. It was no surprise, then, when their scientists developed a machine capable of eradicating entire populations with a single pulse. This weapon, known as the Flesh Eater, was designed to be the ultimate tool of war, allowing the Zorkan to obliterate any civilization that stood in their way. But the weapon came at a cost. It destabilized the genetic structure of any being that came into contact with it. The Zorkan scientists had believed they could control this flaw, but they had gravely underestimated the human race. The humans, with their resilience and unpredictable nature, had never been fully understood by the Zorkan. In the eyes of the alien conquerors, humans were nothing more than a primitive species, heartless creatures with no place in the grand scheme of the universe. Yet, it was this very heartlessness that would prove to be their greatest strength. When a young Zorkan child, barely 5 cycles old, was found in the debris of a destroyed city on Krillath, the Zorkan were faced with an impossible choice. The child had survived the chaos of the Flesh Eater attack, but the weapon's effects had twisted its physiology, leaving the young one on the brink of death. In a final desperate act, the child was sent to the nearest known human colony for aid, in hopes that the primitive humans would allow the child to perish peacefully without causing further harm. The human colony, nestled on a harsh, barren moon orbiting a dying star, had long been abandoned by the galactic community. No one cared for the humans here. They were left to fend for themselves. But when the alien child arrived at the colony's gates, it was met not with rejection, but with open arms. At first, the humans didn't know what to make of the creature. Their initial reaction was fear, an instinctive response to the foreign form and the taint of the Zorkan's technology. But soon something changed. A group of human scientists and medics, driven by an inherent curiosity and compassion that the Zorkan never expected, took the child in. Dr. Asha Malik, a leading human biologist on the colony, studied the alien's condition with both awe and horror. The child's body was grotesquely altered, with its once beautiful green skin now marked with dark, disfiguring lines where the Flesh Eater's energy had mutated its genes. The child's once pristine golden eyes had become dim and cloudy, and its breath was shallow, yet it clung to life. As Dr. Malik and her team worked tirelessly to stabilize the child, their minds were racing. The Zorkan had always been known for their heartless methods, obliterating entire populations without hesitation. They had assumed that humanity would act the same. But the humans were doing something unexpected. They were saving the very thing the Zorkan had discarded. And then came the moment when the truth became undeniable. The child was healing. The human medical team, through a combination of bioengineering, advanced human medicines, and pure willpower, had managed to reverse the Flesh Eater's damage. The once ruined alien now stood, eyes bright and filled with life. News of the miracle spread through the colony like wildfire, and the humans' hearts swelled with pride. They had done what the Zorkan had deemed impossible. They had saved the child, not because of duty, but because they cared. When the Zorkan fleet arrived to reclaim the child, they'd found a colony they never thought possible. The humans had not only restored the alien, but had given it a chance at life, something the Zorkan had long forgotten. General Krathok, the commander of the Zorkan fleet, was not pleased. He had expected the humans to be a minor inconvenience at best, but the sight before him was a testament to the resilience and compassion of a species he had underestimated. The Zorkan had believed that humanity's strength was in its brutality, its heartlessness. They had believed the humans to be mere tools, weapons to be discarded when they were no longer useful. But now, standing before him, was something entirely different. A species that refused to give up, that valued life, even when it seemed like a lost cause. In the face of certain destruction, the humans had done the unthinkable. They had healed what the Zorkan had broken. Krathok's fury was palpable as he ordered his fleet to attack, but his orders were met with defiance. The humans, led by Dr. Malik, had armed themselves with the very weapons the Zorcan had once used to destroy others. Their heartlessness now served a greater purpose, to defend the lives they had fought so hard to save. The battle between the Zorcan and the humans was swift, but the humans' tactics were unpredictable, their determination unwavering. It was not brute force that won the day, but a willingness to sacrifice, to protect what others had cast aside. In the end, the Zorcan were forced to retreat, humiliated and shocked. They had come to reclaim the child, but instead, they had been shown the true nature of humanity. In their eyes, the humans were still heartless. Heartless in the way they refused to let others fall into the darkness without a fight. Heartless in their unwavering commitment to saving the innocent, no matter the cost. The child, now healed and thriving, stood at the front of the human colony, watching the retreating Zorcan ships. It would grow up knowing that it was the heartless humans who had given it a second chance. And in the years to come, the Zorcan would learn that the humans they had underestimated were capable of far more than mere destruction. They were capable of saving worlds, and that, in the end, would be their greatest victory.